Hey gang, Shane Owen here. Week 2 has come to an end, and it's been an interesting week, to say the least. I took my measurements prior to making this video with my weight. Post the stats. I don't have any videographic or photographic evidence of the results. So for different reasons, but I ended up having to write down what John was looking for, that we are required, or he has asked us to rather, to mention in our weekly videos. I know I failed on a couple points, so I wrote them down so that I can be sure to get those in and talk about those points. But it was an interesting week for me. I wasn't pleased with the results. I wasn't pleased with what happened. I think a lot of it was partly due to putting in about 65 hours of work this week. Some training that I had to take care of with work, and just being gone quite a bit due to where we live. In order to get anything accomplished in the next closest town, we're about 45 to 50 miles away, each way. And Thursday was a rather hectic day. I didn't get much of an opportunity to eat very much, and that's, I didn't take proper snacks, i.e. almonds or, protein shakes to have with me on hand while we were out and about, because quite frankly, I didn't think we were going to be gone as long as we were. But for what it's worth, we left at about 8 o'clock in the morning and didn't get home until about almost 11 o'clock that night. So, and then on top of that all, we had a car battery die on us, so we had to get that replaced. And yeah, it was good times. But enough of all of that. Let's go ahead and get to the points that we have been asked, rather, to talk about in the video. And I'll elaborate on each one of those points. So the first one is, how has Lipo-6 affected your diet and exercise this week? The Lipo-6, I've been taking 2 capsules rather, per dose, per day. And it really has affected my eating, in that because I'm not a volumizer type of an individual, I don't eat much in the first place, and so it has magnified the not eating. It's gotten to the point where I have to make myself eat, not force feed myself, but I have to say, okay, it's time for you to eat again. I know one thing that's been varied this week versus last week is that I haven't taken much of the muscle infusion. Not because I'm running out by any means, it's just I've been trying to eat whole foods and or regular food, and not just liquidized food, if you will. And I think that might have contributed to my lack of weight loss, by not ingesting as much protein per day as I need to. But with regard to the diet, I've been maintaining the diet that's been outlined in the Deadline diet for the most part. I have had to make some adjustments, only due to quantity, not quality. And I've even experimented with a few things this week. My wife created a healthy pizza alternative, and it's actually pretty dang good. I meant to post the recipe and the instructions and directions, but again, with being so busy with work and personal life, of having to get things accomplished, I didn't get to it. I will attend to getting to that up this week. Also, we made some modified sushi with chicken, and it was actually pretty dang good as well. And again, that's something that I'll post up this week. Recipes, directions, instructions, whatever. But for the most part, the Lipo-6 has affected my diet, I would say, not really differently. Maintaining, still not really hungry throughout the day, I find myself being able to go 4 or 5 hours and not even being hungry. And I know that that is probably having a negative consequence instead of a positive one, only because I'm not helping to keep the metabolism spiked up just because I'm not eating. I've already talked about point 2, which is how's my diet been? Have I stuck with the deadline diet, or have I had to make adjustments? Just to reiterate, I've had to make the adjustments that I've had to make are based solely on the quantity, not the quality. I did end up getting some fish for this week, some pollock and some tilapia, some shrimp and some salmon. So I'm going to rock out some fish this week and see what goes on with that. Maybe that might be a little bit of a change up aside from the chicken that I've been eating and the turkey, and hopefully that will maybe make I'll see some noticeable differences both on the scale and with the tape measure. Workout regimen. Have I seen any progression? How's it been? Workout regimen's been pretty good, on track. Not as much cardio days as I'd like. Again, working 60 plus hours in a week, and then on top of that having to take one day dedicated to going into town. For those who don't remember, I may have never even said this, where we live, the next closest town is about 45 miles away, 50 miles away, and that doesn't even have everything we need. And so the next closest town on top of that to get what we need just for day-to-day life for where we live is about an hour and a half away. And so, you know, like on Thursday, it was payday, hoorah, we all like money, right? My day consisted of leaving the house at 8 o'clock in the morning and not returning until almost about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It's a pretty hectic day, you know. So, but that doesn't happen too often, but it does happen, and I failed to prepare adequately enough for that day. I had my gallon of jug of water, but I didn't have anything really to snack on or to put food into my system, and I ended up having to make some adjustments on that day. We went to McDonald's for the family, and I tried their like little fish McNuggets or whatever they're called, or fish nuggets or whatever. Just got a small order, and I didn't even eat the whole thing, and I think the small order was like 8 pieces or whatever. So was it the smartest choice? No, but it was better than getting like a Big Mac or a double cheeseburger, you know. So had to make adjustments. They weren't the best, smartest choices, but you know, live and learn, right? How has my mood and overall attitude towards achieving goals been? I think my mood has been rather decent, you know, upbeat and positive outlook. Though I'm disappointed in myself in the results for the week, I still felt accomplished. Measurements about overall progression and mood towards achieving my goals and the overall attitude, and I believe my overall attitude is actually right on track. You know, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. Not happy about the only 1 pound lost. Kind of at a loss as to why that occurred, but I think it's because of the lack of protein per day. So I really wasn't spiking up the metabolism to keep it going, you know. Third week, make adjustments, right? What am I looking forward to accomplishing in this upcoming week? I want to obviously drop some weight, some more weight. I need to stick to the plan in regards to actually ingesting more protein per day. I think I'm probably roughly at about maybe 100 grams of protein a day if I'm lucky. And that's coming with the protein drinks and with, you know, food consumption. Some days I think it was a lot less, and I believe the reason why I wasn't as successful on the scale was because I wasn't spiking up my metabolism, and so my body was just holding on to all the fat that it can because it thinks that I'm starving it for some reason, which I know differently, but my body doesn't. So, you know, I'll just have to feed it some more this week, more regularly, and keep that going instead of not being hungry. So yeah. Anyhow, like I said, I only lost a pound this week. Went from 202 and change to 201.8 or something like that. And so, yeah, I'm kind of upset with that, only because, you know, the first week was a pretty good week. I was hoping for a repeat, but I believe it's because I did it to myself. Just like I've been reiterating, make some adjustments, make some changes to the diet. Actually eat instead of not being hungry and not eating, and go from there. So this is Shane, end of week 2, and we'll see you all on the flip side. Bye.